Hello, welcome to Doraemon, the strategies. So today we're doing the first chapter for Doraemon Art of War. Okay. So the 10 principles of war making and strategy formulations are. So basically, I'm the one that came up with these 10 principles. Okay. So why do I came up with my own art of war? Because I was inspired by various authors so that had came up with their own art of war People like Sun Tzu, Sun Bin, Zhuge Liang. Note that I have not actually read any of their treatises Yeah, so I think for Sun Bin Art of War I've read a few chapters but the other two I have not actually like read their books so basically this Art of War is basically my own version or the Doraemon version. Sun Tzu, Sun Bin, and Zhuge Liang. So what are the possible applications like when it comes to reading Doraemon Art of War? So I would say you can apply it in video games basically any strategy games like Rome Total War or Company of Heroes 2, corporate leaderships, achieving success in general, relationship management, conflict resolution, or war if it actually happens in real life. So the first principle is to capture the most strategic province. So this principle is about the art of long-term planning. If you aim to capture the most strategic province, there will be strategic implications, making your war effort a lot easier. Example, Rome Total War. I'm playing as Carthage. If I were to go to war with Egypt, a powerful faction, how do I make my job easier? So yeah, you can read this. So I want to plan for a massive army to land near Cairo in Egypt, capturing the wealthiest region immediately. Hence, the enemy forces will be easier to defeat later. Okay. Live demo. So Total War Remastered. Let me do a bit of okay. Never mind. Okay. So basically first thing, so if I were to plan a war against Egypt, so the first thing I will do is my army here, I will basically send my army to either march over this long desert or travel by sea and immediately seize the entire region around here because this is the most strategic province when it comes to war against Egypt. So when you apply my first principle, this is what you will do. Okay, then let's say if I decided to go to war against the various Roman faction so applying my first principle, I need to pick most like strategic province where I can attack lah. So instead of like let's say if I decided to go to war against Rome, instead of like fighting like instead of like playing defensively and just fight against playing defensively and fight against multiple Roman armies coming to you, why not like try to start a war with a long-term goal in mind? So maybe I should start to train an army to land at any of these provinces. So I would say like in the war against Rome, some of the more strategic province would be like Capua. So you can plan an army to land at Capua, or plan an army to land at Rome, or plan an army to land at like here like Aromantine. So any of these three provinces are quite viable and they are very strategic because capturing Capua will basically cripple the Scipia. You basically knock the Scipia out of the war immediately because this is their capital. Then once you capture Capua, you can start to expand to the southern part of Italy and conquer the rest of. Basically, these two are the home bases. These two are the home base. These two like form the home base of the Brutala. So capturing Capua allow you to not only knock the Scipia out of the war, but also allow you to capture the two most important province of the Brutali. At the same time, you have the Rome capital as a form of buffer against the Julia. So the Julia has to march all the way through this. The Julia will have to send army all the way through this narrow passage and in order to enter into in order to like basically take in order to attack you at Capua. So Capua is a good I would say it's a good home base in Italy because it's protected by the mountains here and the mountains here. So if the Brutali want to counter attack, they have to march all the way from here through the passes here. Then for the July, they have to march all the way through this long passage until they reach Capua. Plus the distance between Capua and let's say Lily Bayern is quite short. So you just I think it's how many?
Ships ready.
It's like two distance away. It's basically 2 turns away from Carthage. So that's what you can do. So maybe you can choose to play defensively here but at the same time you have a strong army that allow you to take Capua immediately. So instead of trying to take the entire Sicily province and fight against the two most powerful factions here, why not try to just attack the capital straight away? Yeah. So this is apply my principle. Then if you plan to go to war against the Spanish, apply my principles. What you do is maybe you should try to seize this province immediately. So this province is the most strategic at the moment, is because it is the closest to your. I mean, it's easier to okay, why this province is the most strategic compared to here is because first reason is because it's quite open. There are a lot of open spaces. So there are no mountains as barrier. So you can immediately march an army over from here to here. As compared to here the path here is more dangerous because there are a lot of mountains here. Basically, mountain pass is the most dangerous when it comes to invading an enemy territory. So from here to here is easier. So I will choose this as the most strategic province. So capturing this will allow you to access. This is a very secure home base when it comes to establishing your presence in the Iberian Peninsula. So I'll choose to attack this first. Yeah. Attacking this area, attacking the eastern part of Iberia is a lot hard because of the mountains here. Yeah, the mountain. Basically, the mountains form a defensive barrier against any invading force. Okay, so I'm done. So this concludes my first chapter for the Doraemon Art of War. I'm having a bit of sore throat, sorry about that.